Those are our runners. 6 of them heading to post for race 3. Thanks to Broxton Gates for their support of this, our third on the card this afternoon. And let's take a check on the betting. And an odds-on favourite, Not For You, to go one better after that near miss at Chepstow. 3-1 for Cloudy Beach, 6-1 Supreme Asset, 9-1 Pembroke House, 20-1 Little Jimmy, and 100-1 Satu. Post time here for the Broxton Gates Handicap Chase is 3:05. Still a couple of minutes to place your bets on race 3. Runners are gathering at the start. Still 5-6, Not For You. 3-1 Cloudy Beach. Supreme Asset at 6s. 10-1 for Pembroke House. It's 25-1 Little Jimmy. Big drift out from 16s. And 100-1 Satu. Support for the second favourite. Cloudy Beach has been as big as 7-2, now into 11-4. But pretty solid at the head of the market is Not For You. The runners are out on the course and about to be called forward for our third race of the afternoon. Initially walking away from the tapes, but they're about to take a turn and will be led forward by the 2 greys, Cloudy Beach and Pembroke House. And they begin their steady walk forward to the starting tape. For this, the Broxton Gates Handicap Chase over the extended 2 miles and 1 furlong. And they're off. Heading towards the first of 12 fences, starting over on the far side for the Broxton Gates Handicap Chase. And Cloudy Beach makes the early running from Pembroke House and Supreme Asset, 2 and 3. Satu races 4th. Then Little Jimmy, and the back marker is the favourite Not For You as they jump the first. Will take it without problem, and they'll take a left-hander now and head towards the 2 fences that will lead them up towards the winning post on the first circuit. Cloudy Beach, the top weight, joint top weight, in the hands of Charlie Deutsch, who was aboard when Cloudy Beach got off the mark over fences at Fontwell last time, has the advantage. Cloudy Beach by a couple of lengths from Pembroke House and James Banks, and then towards the left is Supreme Asset in the dark blue and orange. Just tracking them in the predominantly orange colours, races Satu, the bottom weight, and the old man of the party in the hands of Lorna Brooke. And the last 2 are Not For You in the green and white towards the right and towards the left with the noseband and the cheek pieces. Little Jimmy, who as he often is anchored in last place in the early stages. They've taken the first in the straight, and they race on now towards fence number 3 as they head up towards the judge on this first circuit. Cloudy Beach, with an untroubled lead in the early stages, shows just over a length clear from Pembroke House and Supreme Acid, who will rise in second and third. And they jumped well there. In fact, they jumped rather quicker than Cloudy Beach, who surrendered the lead at that one and is quickly back into 4th place. On the flat, though, he's moved through for a share of the lead again with Satu and Pembroke House. Supreme Acid now happy to sit just in behind them. And then held up is Not For You, and just half a length away is Little Jimmy. Next row of 3 fences consist of 2 plain, and then the first of the open ditches they'll take, it'll be number 6. And Satu now races on. Satu going on and pulls a couple of lengths clear from in second place Cloudy Beach as they take this plain fence as they head out towards the far side. Disputing second is Supreme Acid. Little Jimmy, Utoxeter winner already this season, is towards the back with Pembroke House on the inside, and just last of the group now is Not For You as they race on then towards the 5th. It's another plain one, and it's Satu, the outside of the field, who leads Cloudy Beach as they head into the wings of this 5th fence. And all 5 have jumped it safely once more. The short run now towards the next. This is the first of the open ditches, number 6 of 12. Satu just a length clear from Cloudy Beach with Supreme Acid, the wide racing Little Jimmy with the yellow cap, the grey Pembroke House jumping boldly just in behind them, and Not For You in no hurry at this stage as they make the turn out towards the far side. Not For You making this quick reappearance, having run second at Chepstow just 4 days ago. Paul Maloney once again in the saddle this afternoon, and he's just last of the group and about 5 lengths behind the pace-making Satu as they race out towards the far side with 6 more fences to take in this Broxton Gates Handicap Chase. Satu by a couple from Cloudy Beach. The other grey Pembroke House has gone the shortest way throughout. Supreme Acid has raced wide throughout, and then in behind them, tracking them, we've got Little Jimmy and Not For You. And they're all going well enough at this stage as they take 6 from home. Satu over safely. They've all jumped competently once again. Cloudy Beach just pushed along for a few strides, having jumped it. It's almost back on terms, though, with Satu as they race on towards this row of fences over on the far side of the track. Heading then towards 5 out. Satu, Cloudy Beach. Close up behind them is Supreme Acid. Pembroke House is well there. Just a length then to Little Jimmy. Not fluent there, Not For You, but hasn't lost any ground, and he's just seeking cover in behind Little Jimmy as they go on towards the open ditch on the far side. Front 2 are fluent once more. Cloudy Beach and Supreme Acid. They've taken over from Satu, who's now dropped back and is dropping back into last place as they go towards the last on the far side. 3 from home, Little Jimmy and Not For You taking closer order behind the front 2. Pembroke House is back in 5th as they jump this plain fence at the end of the back straight. Cloudy Beach pushed along to try and fend off the challenge of Supreme Acid, who's delivering a strong challenge. Little Jimmy poised just in behind them, and Not For You is only 3/4 of a length away in 4th, and this group of 4 have now opened up a gap over the others. They've left Pembroke House behind 12 lengths away, and then 15 more back to Satu as this quartet head towards 2 from home. Cloudy Beach has always been prominent. He's got company, though, in the shape of the strong travelling Supreme Acid and Wayne Hutchinson. Right behind them, Not For You and Paul Maloney, and Little Jimmy has every chance in the hands of Brian Hughes. Heading then towards 2 from home in the centre, it's Supreme Acid on the right. Cloudy Beach has lost his position. He's dropped back into 4th. Challenge coming there from Little Jimmy, who's making ground, and Not For You now being produced towards the right as they head then between the final 2 fences. Supreme Acid, Little Jimmy coming there strongly in the centre, and on the right, Not For You as they race then towards this final fence. 3 with a chance at the last. Little Jimmy presses Supreme Acid over the final fence. Not For You ridden back in 3rd, struggling now to land a bow. Little Jimmy produced here to take it up in the closing stages from Supreme Acid in 2nd, and with a perfectly delivered challenge, Little Jimmy's hit the front for Brian Hughes, and Little Jimmy continues his fine run of form. He's now won 4 of his last 6, and he's gone on to beat Supreme Acid. Not For You had every chance back in 3rd, and back in 4th place was Cloudy Beach.
First, number 4, Little Jimmy. Second, number 2. Third, number 6, and 4th, number 1. The full result of race 3, the Broxton Gates Handicap Steeplechase. First, number 4, Little Jimmy. Second, number 2, Supreme Acid. Third, number 6, Not For You. And 4th, number 1, Cloudy Beach.
It's Supreme Acid on the right. Cloudy Beach has lost his position. He's dropped back into fourth. Challenge coming there from Little Jimmy, who's making ground, and Not For You now being produced towards the right as they head then between the final two fences. Supreme Acid, Little Jimmy coming there strongly in the centre, and on the right Not For You as they race then towards this final fence. Three with a chance at the last. Little Jimmy presses Supreme Acid over the final fence. Not For You ridden back in third, struggling now to land a blow. Little Jimmy produced here to take it up in the closing stages from Supreme Acid in second, and with a perfectly delivered challenge, Little Jimmy's hit the front for Brian Hughes, and Little Jimmy continues his fine run of form. He's now won 4 of his last 6, and he's gone on to Acid. Little Jimmy coming there strongly in the centre, and on the right Not For You as they race then towards this final fence. 3 with a chance at the last. Little Jimmy presses Supreme Acid over the final fence. Not For You ridden back in third, struggling now to land a blow. Little Jimmy produced here to take it up in the closing stages from Supreme Acid in second, and with a perfectly delivered challenge, Little Jimmy's hit the front for Brian Hughes, and Little Jimmy continues his fine run of form. He's now won 4 of his last 6, and he's gone on to beat